Hello and welcome everybody. We are welcome to Thursday Night Live episode 34. How's everybody going today? Since Christmas is literally like this weekend, I want to take a moment and say Merry Christmas to everyone. Won't get, well, obviously the following Thursday after Christmas before New Year's. If anyone wants to do a Thursday or a New Year's live stream, let me know. I don't really have any plans. More or less just going to stay home, try to sit on money, and prepare for the next couple months or so and see what I can get for the bike, get done on the bike, save up, and put towards maybe second toy, replace car, a little bit of both. We'll see what the finances have in store for me, and I'll go from there. Tonight, I'm rolling solo for right now. Muzzle Mike, his family is doing a family event tonight, so he probably won't be here tonight. He is with us in spirit, like always. Look forward to when he can make it back, and we'll see how this goes. I'm normally not one to talk about current events, but welcome, Jared. How's it going? Right now, it's just me. If you want to join, you're more than welcome. The way I run these hangouts, it's basically just a bunch of friends, live stream, hangout bullshit. Anyone's more than welcome to join. So, if you want, let me know. I'll send you a link through Discord so you can join, and we'll go that way. If not, that's fine. Right now, it's just me. We're starting off slow today. Kind of expected that. It's pretty close to Christmas, so. What did I think of the new Star Wars movie? Well, I thought, no spoilers. There were some parts they tried way too hard, and the other parts they phoned it in. It's a Diet Coke. You want to join? Like I said, more than welcome. Someone just poked me on Hangouts. Anyway, let's get that taken care of here. But yeah, as far as like the new Star Wars goes, it's... Yeah, I'll tell you right now, we're really hammering down the... we're hammering down the... We're down to one, guys. Lone Warrior. Oh, why is she using Hangouts? So anyway, Gopher, give me a second. I'll get you the link, and we'll go from there. Paste. Send. Okay, that is sent off. Jared, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to bring up the Discord chat. I'm going to send you the message via direct message, and we'll go from there. And Diet Coke, you know how we do. So anyway, we got 4 watching. As always, thanks. Muzzle Mike. As I said earlier, when I first started, he's doing a family function right now, so he may not be here tonight. But he is here in spirit. That sucks, man. I don't drink beer, so I'm drinking tea. So let's see who we get here. And we have a Gopher.
Hey!
Oh man, you telling the story about the dropping the tricycle tractor into a gopher hole?
Yeah.
That made me remember when I ran the lawn tractor over an in-ground beehive.
Oh, that's a party.
Yeah, that was a party. I bailed off the tractor, went running. My dad's like, "How are you running for?" I said, "Bees." "Oh, it ain't that bad." He went down there trying to get the tractor. He come running back too.
Yeah, the big yellow ground bees, they're huge bumblebees. Those SOBs hurt.
Because I drove through once, I drove through enough and the blade went over top, and I came back again and there was just a few out there. And that time I felt something sting me. I'm like, what the hell? I take my hat off and it was stinging through the hat. I look back and there's just this, like, it just got dark. I'm like, holy shit.
Yeah, they don't play around at all. When you get in their territory, it's on.
Yeah, like I said, I bailed off the tractor and fucking ran for it. We left the tractor sit there till dark. Until we went and found the hole, dumped some gas in it, and then we had a party.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. That's what we do. Take the weed burner, go out there with a little bit of kerosene or gas, and say, "Okay, here's your party." A whole lot of snapping and a popping and a crackling when they burn.
Big black ones are burrowed into the ground in Kansas. Let's see. The black ones we have, they're mud wasp. They're pretty aggressive fuckers too.
Yeah, they get nasty. The only thing I remember, my dad got into a pile of pipe. He was hunting for like a 3-inch nipple for a pipe when they were doing something for plumbing, and he went out and grabbed one and pulled it out. And these yellow jackets came out and swarmed him, and they got all over his leg. And he took that section of pipe to beat him off his leg. Well, he did more damage beating himself with that pipe than the bees did.
Yeah, because they're pretty tough.
Yeah, some of them yellow jackets, they'll bite you and sting you at the same time.
I know we had one of those big round
Hornet's
yellow
nest.
jacket. Yeah, hornet's nest. We went and we took down a can of Raid and direct hit one, and it kept coming.
Yeah, that just kind of makes them angry.
It kept coming.
They've already got genetically programmed against all that chemical warfare crap. You got to burn them.
It kept coming. I'm like, okay. So a couple hours later, I went and grabbed the garden hose, which just probably wasn't my brightest moment, but it got the job done. I went ahead and put it on the strongest stream I could. Sat there, went aimed right for where it was hanging. There dropped the nest, and I just booked it.
They get angry quick.
I booked it. I got to the area of the yard and I grabbed the hose and I wheeled it back from there. Someone set their house on fire trying to kill those bees.
In the call.
Kill a bee's nest. Dude, that's almost like someone setting their car on fire because there's a spider they can't find.
Oh yeah. Well, my dad, he used to go out in the woods. His biggest thing is snakes. He'd go out in the woods hunting, and all you'd hear is bam, 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 bam. But he'd take a hike all the way back to the truck to get more ammunition to come back and kill the snake.
Well, he needs a shovel, man.
Yeah, well, I've seen him empty a shotgun on a little 3-inch garter snake.
Yeah, but that scatter shot, that didn't really do much.
Yeah, he just hates him. He cannot stand him. He sees one on a TV commercial, and he'll get up, jump up out of his chair, and go off into the next room, just with the willies like you wouldn't believe.
Yeah, I mean, unless he's got slugs in that shotgun, I mean, scatter shot's not going to do much.
Yeah, that's his kryptonite for real.
What's up, Jared? Welcome.
Guys, what's happening? A little more fun with a shotgun killing snakes, in my opinion.
Oh, man. Shotgun. Having fun.
Hang out on YouTube as well.
I'm sorry. Come back again. Are you running your mobile network? Still there, Jared?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Let me turn the camera off. Sounds like your network's having fun. Run that by me one more time, what you tried to say earlier.
Is the let's see here. I've got my camera. Turn my camera off. Let's try that. Yeah.
Turn your camera off because it's trying to. You don't get no image anyway.
Yeah, my camera off. I got a piece of tape over it anyway, so it's useless.
Okay. What was the question he was asking?
About YouTube. Is this streaming on YouTube as well, or is this just Hangouts?
No, it's streaming on YouTube too.
Okay, right on. Cool. What's up, YouTube?
Sounds like R2D2 gargling.
No.
Is this your first time in a live stream?
No, not at all. Hit or miss.
I'm guessing you live in North Carolina.
Roanoke, Virginia.
Oh, Virginia, okay.
In the mountains.
Are you using a cell phone or?
Yeah, I'm on a Galaxy S.
Okay. You put a piece of tape over the camera?
All right, let's come off of my Wi-Fi now and use cell tower because I think I get better reception that way.
That is much better.
All right. Yeah, I'm outside and where my router is, I got a brick house and it's just I only have a couple bars when it comes to my Wi-Fi when I'm outside. But all right, well, good. Hey,
Yeah,
you guys aren't gargling either. How nice.
how about that? I
It
swear,
works both ways.
yeah, it sounded just like R2D2 gargling.
It's fucking
Sweet.
amazing, ain't it?
Freaking internet.
Love technology.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
It isn't meant to broadcast through concrete, so.
Yeah, plus it's in a closet upstairs on the back side of the house. And oh well.
They're gonna make me open Hangouts and do this.
Yeah, you sound pretty popular on Hangouts, man. Your phone's going nuts.
Yeah, because people are wanting in, and they're using the link from last week, and
That won't work.
Yeah, that's not gonna work.
so I have to.
All right, so who do we have here? We just got three of us. We got you, Dante Fox, and I see another name,
That's Gopher.
Donald somebody.
Yeah, his channel is Go For.
Okay.
All right.
Now, I'm guessing you guys are both motovloggers.
Well, you can say that.
All right. Sorry, I haven't looked at any of your videos. I just saw you on Dodge Riders.
I mean, I do. Like right now, my bike's tore apart, and I haven't rode it in like 2 months.
Yeah.
So, as far as Gopher, he does.
I'm under a classification by my own.
Right on.
He's a good guy though.
Well, I'll have to find your what's your YouTube channel?
Go For Rider. GO4RIDER.
All right. I'll have to check it out. My son does motovlogs. He just turned 7. He's been riding for 3 years now. He's got a PW50.
7.
Awesome.
Yeah, well, he started last year. Oh no, he started earlier this year when he was still 6. But like I said, yeah, he's been riding for 3 years. He's pretty good, and yeah, I started watching motovloggers with him one day. There's some pretty good kid-friendly stuff out there that people don't do a whole lot of cussing and stuff. So I've been watching with him, and just one day, man, he's riding his bike, just chatting away. I'm like, what the hell is he talking about? So I threw a damn GoPro on his helmet, and it was funny as hell, man. So
He's talking to anyone who will listen.
yeah, I mean, it's hilarious stuff, man. You'd be surprised what a 6-year-old just rambles off, So I haven't put any videos up here lately. I mean, I put a couple up this week, but we really haven't been into it in the past few months.
There was I went browsing a couple weeks ago, and I found a kid who started when he was like around 7, 8 years old, uploading on a little oh shit, what the hell do they say it's called? It's one of those little they got like the little lawnmower motor on them.
Oh, the motorized bikes.
Well, like the little Chris, I don't even know what they're called. I know they got a name.
Are we talking a motorized bicycle? Are we talking a scooter or a razor type thing?
No. It's got like go-kart wheels on it.
Mini bike.
Yeah, mini bike. That's what I'm looking for.
Oh, okay. There you go.
He started his channel like 3 years ago, and now he's at like 1.1 million subscribers.
Oh hell, I gotta find him, man. Sebastian would love to see that. Probably give him some more inspiration.
The kid's like 12.
Okay. Wow. Yeah, kids get into that stuff. I think your biggest YouTubers are most of their fan bases are kids. Yeah, that are 12 and under or 13 and under. It's crazy. And some of the crap that's out there that you see people
that's-
doing.
That's why
It's
YouTube's
nuts.
been catching so much flack and changing everything around and screwing everybody up because they're so worried about the ramifications of what might go on.
Yeah.
But what ramifications are they going to get though?
12-year-olds growing up like me, and we know we don't want that to happen.
Oh no.
Oh no.
I'm back.
Yep.
Looks like your name is Raven. Hi, Raven.
Hi, Raven.
Or should I not have said that?
Is there a problem?
No. I just didn't know if because I know this is being broadcasted, but that's what's popping up here. But I have a Donald S. that's here too. Is that the?
That's the gopher.
That's Gopher. All right, that's Gopher Rider. All right. Yeah, I'll have to look you guys up.
I don't really see Raven as being a problem. I mean,
No, not at all. Not at all.
if you get into the pagan circles, you can't swing a dead black cat without hitting a raven. So
Hey, and they're some of the smartest birds on the planet, so don't mess with the ravens.
they are
Well,
intelligent tool users.
They just had a special on yesterday about that.
Uh-oh.
All right, I'll be right back, guys. Hold on.
Uh-oh.
Oh no, he's leaving us
Hurry up.
alone.
Oh no, the moderator's gone.
All right,
Woohoo!
everybody hide.
Yeah.
Get out the beer.
Yeah.
It's party time.
Raven, are you a moto vlogger as well?
No, not currently, but I ride.
Okay, cool.
People are suggesting that I should start putting up videos. I think the first thing I'll probably do at some point, if I ever do one, will be how I park my bike.
All right, there you go.
I have a garage that's filled full of stuff, and it's at the bottom of a sloped driveway. So for me to park my bike, I when I got the bike, I cleared out enough room to park the bike. So I roll it backwards while I'm on it down the driveway into the garage.
Oh, nice. Now that would be some cool content to see there.
Yeah, well, I'm pretty sure that the neighbors watch, or at least I'm pretty sure they used to watch, hoping to see something happen.
Yeah, that's definitely unique because that's not easy to do. You know, coast backwards downhill on a bike.
Well, it's not that far. It's a couple car lengths. It's not bad.
You guys know I can still hear you, right?
Damn it, busted.
It was all Raven's idea.
You can blame it on the new guy.
No, I was just waiting for Raven to unload on you.
Well, we tried to hide, but it didn't work.
No. It's going to take a really big object for me to hide behind.
Cool stuff.
Yeah.
I will say an interesting thing. I just the other day I read an article. I was looking for something else, and it was the 5 things you need to know about owning an exotic bike.
Yeah, number 1, don't do it.
Well, be prepared to not get support from your dealership.
Yeah, no, they're not going to talk to you.
Or be prepared to not ride it 90% of the time.
Yeah.
That was one of the things that was happening when in the author's experience. You know, and also you find the forums for people who support that bike, and you get on there and you read.
Yep, that's about all you can do, especially if you're here in the States and I've been trying to import a Husqvarna Nuda for the past 4 months, and I've had no luck whatsoever. And with Virginia laws, trying to register it's almost impossible.
Okay, you're trying to import. Have you already bought it, or you're trying to buy one and bring it
No,
in?
you're correct. I'm trying to work with a local dealership to find me one. And I've found numerous ones throughout Germany, and there were a couple in Italy that were for sale. But just trying to I can get one here, but register it with the state of Virginia is going to be a nightmare. So it's something I've just put on the back burner now, and I'll try again in springtime.
Have you tried to get it sent in as self-assembled?
No.
If you buy it in parts,
Yeah.
they ship it to you in parts,
Oh shit.
and you get it. And well, hang on,
That sounds
and
like
have
fun.
have receipts for every part, and then you assemble it. You can take all of that down and go get a self-assembled title. We used to do
Right.
that with Fiats back in the day.
Okay.
And you know what? From what he's saying, you might be able to get wherever you're buying it from, to only take it partly apart. I mean, like take
Yeah.
off the seat, take off the gas tank, take off the fenders. Then
Yeah.
it's a kit that you have to finish assembling when you get it.
Yep. The motor can't be running, but that would be easy. You just take out the plugs and you dry box the
Dry.
motor.
Right. Yeah. Just
And
dry it
then
up.
you can ship the frame with all the tires off, with the battery out, and all of that in separate. So your frame and motor could be together. Then your wheels could be in a package, your front suspension in a package, then your electronics in a package, and then you just put it back together.
All
Now,
right.
here's the question: do you know enough about this type of bike to do that? To do
Oh
these-
yeah, absolutely. I've worked on bikes and cars all my life. I'm in my mid 40s, so yeah. Of course, I've never worked on a Husqvarna Nuda, but there are plenty of communities out there. I'm sure I could find a book and easily put it all
Well,
back
just
together.
if you know who RJ is, then, right?
RJ,
Royal Jordan.
yeah, oh yeah. No, I was just going to say he endorsed my son.
Yeah.
He's the one that kind of put my son on the map
Right.
when I uploaded a video. He, in
Oh,
fact,
that
it
was
was the
your
first
kid?
video. That was my kid. Yeah,
Yeah. Okay,
Sebastian.
I've seen it. Yeah.
Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
that's my son.
Yeah.
RJ still keeps in touch with me, man. He sends me messages. Hey, how's Sebastian doing? I haven't seen a
Yeah.
video in a while.
That guy,
Really,
I've
really
been
nice
watching
guy.
him forever. You honestly, I think, a most genuine, quintessential. If whatever you wanted a biker to be, that's him.
Absolutely, yeah, yep, absolutely. Yeah, my son can't stop watching his videos. I mean, watched his new video yesterday. Sebastian had to watch it 3 or 4 times. So.
That man can ride.
Oh yeah, yep. Yep. So yeah, that was my son that put up his video the first couple times, and he's commented on a few other videos that I've had. So it's kind of crazy, I only get like 50 views or so, and I'll pin Royal Jordanian's comment.
Yeah.
It's like, oh man, it's crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's probably one of the reasons I want to get that bike over here, because nobody has one here that I've ever seen.
They're rare because they only made them for what, that last 3 years.
Yeah, 3 years. That's it.
Yeah. And they are absolutely an awesome bike.
Yep.
Yeah, Huskies always made the Husqvarnas back when I was a kid, and you could get the Husky dirt bikes. They were awesome back then.
They were a
won more
beast, man.
championships. They won more championships than any other motorcycle ever.
Yes, they have.
How old is the bike?
What's that? The Nuda?
Yeah.
2011, 13, 14, I think. Or is it 10, 11, 12?
I thought it was 10, 11, 12, but I 10, 11,
12. Yeah. Yeah, no, you're right. It's
the
10,
3
11,
years
12.
that they made that motor, and there's nothing else like it.
No, and you'll never see anything like it, because BMW took everything over, and
yeah, it's gone.
Yeah.
Have you tried going to a dealer and seeing if they can reach out to them, see if they can import it for you?
Yeah, I have, but the dealer that I have here, they don't want to hassle with it. It seems like
that's because they're BMW now.
Yeah. So,
I'm pretty sure
they're not into the import business. Is basically what they told me. Is like, we're not really into the import business.
Yeah, they don't want anybody to ride the fantastic old bikes. They want to sell them some new piece of
They want to
crap.
sell me something new. Yeah, they said, well, if you want that Crossflow stuff, we've got a FZ07 here. They sound just like a Nuda, but no, it's still not the same.
I'm pretty sure that Husky's part of KTM now.
Yeah, and that's the KTM dealer that I've been dealing with. They sell everything. This Power Sports in Roanoke.
What area do you live in, Jared?
Roanoke. I'm in the mountains.
Virginia.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Roanoke, Virginia. Very cool place. Wife and I moved here about 20 years ago, and absolutely love it. I live in a city, and it's not too many places in this country that I can drive 10 minutes from my house and be on a mountaintop somewhere out in the middle of nowhere with these sweet, twisty roads whipping through canyons. So, and I'm like, if you ever heard of the Blue Ridge Parkway,
Yeah.
I'm
Oh,
1
yeah.
mile. Yeah, I'm 1 mile off of the Blue Ridge Parkway. So,
Am I in?
There he is.
Maybe
hey,
this
we got
year I'll go down.
somebody's here.
This
Maybe
is
this
that
coming year
boy.
I'll make it down to the Dragon.
There you go. Fun road.
Hey,
Well,
Jared, you was asking about that boy.
What's
this
that?
This is that boy. It's like 12 now.
Okay. Throw me a link on Discord or something.
Okay.
So I'll have it.
Biker Boy Brownie.
Yeah.
That's his name. All
Yeah.
right. I got to come up with a name for Sebastian and have his own playlist on my channel, because my channel's just it's just so random. I'll do gardening. I'll do I don't know, just anything really.
Well, he's already got one of the coolest names.
Yeah. Well, I was thinking like Star City Rider or something. We're in the Roanoke is considered the Star City of the South, so he wanted to change his name to Star City Rider. So I don't
Boy,
know.
that
Well,
sounds like an 80s cartoon.
doesn't it? That's what I was thinking too. But yeah, I've got a graphic
Better
artist
be
working on a
careful with
logo
that.
for
You
him.
might be called a racist.
Yeah. Oh no. They'll call you a racist for anything these days, it seems like.
Yep.
Man, what a nightmare. You sent me that link. I click on the link through Skype, and guess where it takes me?
To Edge.
Microsoft Edge.
Oh boy.
To where? What?
To Microsoft
Windows
Edge.
browser.
That's the new, what was it called?
Internet Explorer.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah, the
nobody
old
uses
Internet
that.
Explorer. No.
So I ended up having to copy the link and then bring up a separate window in Google Chrome and copy and paste it and then search it, and then it brought me in.
Yeah, because Hangouts won't open anything but Chrome.
Yeah, but for some reason, if I click on links and like out of like Discord, it wants to open everything in Firefox.
Because you got Firefox as your default browser.
Yeah, default browser.
Yeah, that's the thing with the new Windows 10. It won't let you change your home browser to Google Chrome.
Oh, great.
Yeah, they want you to use Edge.
That's what I got to look forward to now with my new laptop.
It's easier for him to
trust me,
try
dude.
with that.
Linux.
I've had
Yeah.
I've had this for 2 weeks, and I keep running into new fights every day.
Another learning curve, just what we need. Tell them we're getting too old for this stuff. Give us something easy. That's why I do most of my stuff on mobile, man. When you got an Android, everything just works, goes right to it.
Yeah, I've got an Android.
But I'm still limited to certain stuff. But hell, I'll even film with my Android and upload it to YouTube that way.
I just don't like Windows browsers.
No.
You don't like wind blows?
Exactly.
Yeah, wind blows.
But I can't
Yeah,
afford
wind blows.
Apple, so you know the drill.
Yeah, I'm sure that's got its own set of nightmares as well.
Buy what you can afford and then try to figure it out.
Windows will eventually get the hint that no one wants to use Edge. And to be completely fair, I've used Edge before. It's decent. But the only reason they keep forcing you to use Edge is because they want to collect the analytics off you.
Mm-hmm.
It's all spyware.
Yeah.
There you go.
Well, the bad thing is Microsoft bought Skype.
And then Skype sucked. I've heard it's got better.
And oh my God, does it suck? Talk about a fight. The first couple of days, it took me 3 days to finally get somebody through Google Hangouts to jump on Skype to give me a test program talk like this.
Wow.
Because I didn't know if the camera was working. I didn't know if the microphone was working on the computer. Trust me, dude. You get a new Windows, you're in for a fight.
It's probably the reason I haven't tried to edit any videos on the new laptop. I'm kind of afraid of it.
Well, that would still be the same.
Yeah, even with just basic stuff. I don't have much experience editing anything, as you can tell from my videos. But I just need to sit down, find some time.
I haven't seen your channel yet.
But don't expect much.
Dude, I ain't worried about it.
Oh, we don't judge.
No, it's entertaining. It's my kid on there and stuff, so some people like it.
Gotcha. It's all good, man.
Yeah. I mean, he's gotten,
Do you ride at all?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
What do you ride?
Currently, I have a Honda Grom.
Grom!
Yeah, with the Maxxis knobbies on it so I can go off-road and stuff.
Groms are adorable.
Yeah, I was the first one in Roanoke to have one. I got the 2014 when it first hit the dealership. And yeah, it's a fun bike. I live downtown in an urban setting, so I mean it's the perfect little bike to ride around on. So
that's exactly what it is, a city bike.
Yeah, yeah. My wife drives a Honda Metropolitan, an 09, so I didn't want nothing too big for when her and I finally found a chance to go out and ride now that we've got Sebastian. So, but yeah, he kind of changed things. He used to just be on a whim. We just hop on the bikes and go somewhere. Yeah, a little hard when you got a 7-year-old now, but
that's what they make sidecars for.
That's it. We were talking about, could we get a sidecar on the Metro?
Like, yeah, Honda Grom with a sidecar. You'd be the first ever.
That's it.
You could probably have one. The only question would be figuring out. They don't have a lot of frame to them. You'd have to figure out how you would mount it.
I'd have to get creative. I'd have to get creative.
Yeah, but I mean, I've seen scratch-built sidecars on bikes before. Some of them look pretty nice. You don't. It's not amazing. It's not like, you can't do it unless you have, $20,000 worth of equipment or something.
Right. Well, I've seen sidecars on a Honda Ruckus, so I'm sure anything's possible.
Actually,
but he's getting big enough now that he can, he can ride with me. It's a whole lot more comfortable if I ride him on the Metro than on the Grom, because
just get him a PW80 and.
Well, he's got a PW50 that he rides. Okay. So, yeah. Yeah, I was just telling them he's got a channel. Well, it's my channel, but he's on the channel doing moto vlogs and stuff. I got a track in my backyard. So, I just strap a GoPro on him, and he just rambles, talks about 6-year-old stuff.
So PW50, that's still basically just twist the throttle and go, right?
Yeah, it's just a twist and go.
And it should have a little screw adjustment so you can.
Well, I had to take that off. He's been
How
riding
much
for
throttle? Yeah.
Yeah, he's been riding for 3 years. A year into it, I had that, throttle screw set, and he rolled up to my little patio and was talking to me and dropped the bike on the throttle side. So, of course, naturally, I always make him pick it up, start the bike, and, go ride. So he picked it up, and he said, fired the bike up, said, "All right, bye, Daddy," and he wrenched the throttle. Well, throttle got stuck wide open, almost went through the back chain link fence. And he was fine. I mean, the chain link fence was like hitting a rubber band. I mean, it just slowed him down and sprung him back, threw him off the bike, and he was cool. But ever since that day, I took that screw out, and he's been fine. Got right back on the bike and kept on riding, man, with broken front fender and all.
Excellent.
So, yeah, oh yeah.
That's raising him right.
I think so. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, he's got there's a couple videos where he's gone down.
Fence was with a tiller, rototiller.
Ooh.
And it climbed the fence. I'm sitting here trying to think of what that brand is.
What, the one you have? That's a Toro, I think.
Toro.
No. It's that big one.
Kabuki?
Ah. Somebody bought them out too.
MTD, they've been bought out a bunch of times.
No,
Snapper.
no, bigger than that.
Troy built?
Yes, that's it. Thank you.
Belt. There you go.
And that front
think
time tiller climbed up that chain link fence, and I was like, "What do I do? What do I do?"
I think Simplicity owns them now.
That's crazy.
Oh, the tax bill. Someone wants to know what you think about the tax bill. And Vex says, "Merry Christmas, you bunch of fuckers."
Merry fucking Christmas to you too.
Yeah, before I jumped on here, I just got done watching the Senate vote on the 2-week funding or 3-week funding or whatever it turns out to be to keep the government from shutting down.
Yeah.
They got 67 votes. That means the Democrats had to vote for it too.
Yeah, some of them did.
Doesn't that also mean if they got 67 votes, how many total are there in the
Senate? It's like what, 51-49?
No, the Senate is 100 total.
Yeah.
That's okay. That's the one that's all right.
Yeah, but that would be the split 51-49, right?
Yeah, that's 51-49.
And Pence
but what
flew
that
off to Afghanistan, so he already knew, they're going to pass this.
But that means there was 30-something people who, there were 30 plus folks or 20 plus folks that want the government to shut down.
Right.
Correct.
Yeah.
Well, keep in mind who is McCain a senator or House of Representatives?
He's Senate.
Yeah, he's still.
Yeah.
senator,
Okay. So he didn't vote.
He can't. He's in bad shape.
Yeah.
He needs to just flat ass resign.
He should have already, in my opinion. I mean, I don't have much against him, but these career politicians that just stay in there forever until they die is kind of crazy to me. But that's just my opinion.
They get addicted to the power.
And that's it. It's yeah. And then it's all about them.
I didn't bring that
and
up.
not we, the people.
Argument about politics with y'all.
Oh,
I'm getting sick of. I'm getting sick.
Oh,
of
you're
this.
fine. Yeah, you're fine.
Oh,
I'm getting
Twisty was the one asking about the tax bill.
There's no reason for these people to be acting like a-holes.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Yep.
they didn't pass the health care bill, but then when it comes to tax reform, they gut the healthcare system with pulling the mandate out for making everybody buy health insurance. How did that get through?
'Cause that was part of the tax bill.
Well, I know, but just put it all together. Why couldn't they have passed that? When did they go after that? August?
Yeah, somewhere in there.
They tried to nail Obamacare back in August,
Yeah.
and they couldn't do it then. But then when it comes to tax reform or tax cuts, somehow, with no Democratic support, they get it passed.
Well, because
Knowing that mandate was in the bill.
before he was trying to do more than just do away with the mandate. Now all it does is just it takes the mandate out.
Yeah, so now where is Obamacare going to get their money?
Well, they've already did their drive for people to sign up, and that already sunset like 3 or 4 days ago. So
Right.
So people that already signed up, they're already committed.
Yeah.
So the way they're looking at it is they already got their money. The only people that the only difference this makes, and the reason why he wanted to pass it before, because I'm not sure if this is going to actually take effect when we file taxes here in January.
Mm-mm.
But
It'll be next year.
it'll be next year. Well,
Yeah.
then if that's the case, then the people this year still didn't have it. They're still going to pay a penalty.
Right. Yeah, to my understanding.
Exactly correct, both of you. That's
Yeah.
what's going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
So they still got their money out of the mandate for the next fiscal year.
Mm-hmm.
Which brings up another point. The fiscal year started in October.
Yes.
Thank you
Yeah.
very much.
Yep. Crazy world we live in.
So then I was bouncing around this morning, checking out my news and everything. And I come across the VA story on Facebook. And would you believe the VA has been hiring doctors with revoked licenses?
I didn't hear that.
That doesn't surprise me.
No, I'm retired Navy, so
So is my father-in-law.
thank God I don't need them right now.
No.
But we're gonna fix
why
the VA.
Why are they
copied
hiring?
Go ahead, Raven.
Why are they hiring ones with revoked licenses?
They've been doing this since 2002.
Because they're cheaper.
Yeah, I was going to say probably cheaper.
So as soon as I found the original story, I copied the link and I went straight to Twitter and I sent it to the VA secretary and real Donald Trump, and I tweeted them both the link, and it has the title in it. And then at the end I went, Whiskey Tango Foxtrot. What the hell are you all
Nice.
doing? You're going to improve the VA healthcare, and this is now breaking? 15 years later?
Unbelievable. And
a lot of it was neurological. doctor.
Okay. All right, guys. I'm gonna get off of here, man. It's nice meeting you.
All right,
All
Jared.
right, have a good one.
Man. Yeah, man. We'll
All right,
talk
man.
soon. Take it easy, guys.
Hmm.
Yep, started the season off here with rain all day. And now it's freezing. Then we got ice, and now we got snow on top of it.
It was below freezing this morning and in the high 40s this afternoon. But it's going right back down, and it's going to be raining and crappy the rest of the rest of the weekend.
Where do you live at, Raven?
I'm in Cincinnati, Ohio.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm sending it your way.
Well, I'll tell you though, I got to ride on Tuesday. I rode to work. We went to Two-Wheeler Tuesday at the Comet. You know, short stuff, but it was nice.
That's good.
I rode yesterday. It was up in the 40s.
My bike
It
is
was
the one
nice.
thing that's doing good.
I need to go out and check the porch here in a little bit. The fuse block I ordered said it got delivered at like 6 o'clock tonight.
They probably dropped it off at your neighbor's.
No, they're normally pretty good about getting it to the right house.
Have the cat go out and get it.
Yeah, that ain't gonna work.
Or maybe you have a box thief.
Seen those.
I've seen those too, but it was small box.
They got a guy over in Omaha that set up a fake box, put it out on his front porch, and he had an
Was that the
M80
one
in
with
it.
the one with the explosive?
Yeah. That made it on the news?
I heard about it on morning talk radio, the Bob and Tom show.
Well, this just happened today, so I don't know how it could have been on morning radio. But he
Oh,
lifted
okay.
up the box and it blew up.
Well, there's somebody else who was doing that, who was booby trapping fake packages, and I think he was using the shotgun shell.
Oh hell,
Excellent. That's cool.
I got like 7, 8 empty boxes. I could put all kinds of traps out.
Well, apparently people see with it being, Christmas time, people see the truck and they'll follow the truck, and the truck comes up. You'll see it on their security cameras. The truck pulls up, UPS drops off the package. As UPS is pulling away, the person pulls up, runs up, grabs the package off the porch, takes off with it.
Yeah, that's big enough. That would get someone's attention.
They had one that they showed on TV that somebody walked up, I assume with a couple empty boxes, set them down, and then picked up the already delivered boxes and went back to the car. Oh, pick up and drop off. Nobody pay attention to this. Ha ha. The camera caught your ass.
Yeah, even if it catches them, though, until you actually can identify them and actually find the person.
Well, if you booby trap the
I know
box
down-
right, it'll just be identification by DNA.
Yeah, but that's entrapment and murder and, all those other things. And then there's the
I keep goofing that up.
Well, the thing to remember is first you have to have a line pit.
Or a lot of pigs.
Let's not
Everything.
let's not explain how to get rid of a body on live stream.
Oh, okay. All right. I forgot we're still live.
Everybody knows about pigs.
Yeah, some of my favorite memories. Took them to the prom.
Well, I
First
still
date.
have my chipper shredder in the garage. Dun, dun, dun.
But then you got to bleach, rinse it out.
Well, and you also have to dispose of the wood chips.
Bleach is cheap.
Yeah.
Oh my.
Oh, I didn't tell you they broke into our 2 trucks out in the backyard.
Ow.
What, the
When
kids?
did this happen?
Neighborhood kids?
I don't think so. They cut the battery cables on both trucks and stole the batteries.
Ouch.
They stole the batteries.
So
Probably need
here
one.
you can trade in an old battery for $5.
You
Really?
get a more charge, but
Is it really worth it?
apparently they thought
If you're really jonesing for your fix, you'll do anything.
See, I don't understand why they cut the cables though.
Because it was faster and easier than a screwdriver.
Or a wrench?
Yeah. You get a pair of diagonal cutters and it's 2 snips.
Well, I guarantee you they had to use bolt cutters on our cables.
Yeah.
Because
Well, if
we
you want
put
to talk
those.
about weird ass thefts, I had last year, the year before, I had somebody steal the corner of my I'd have to dig around to find the picture, but yeah, they stole the corner of the license plate where my renewal sticker was.
They cut it off.
Cut it off.
They're hard to peel off.
I guess they figured if they stole it, if they took the whole chunk of license plate with them, they could try to peel it off carefully somewhere else.
Oh no, they won't do that. They'll just tape it on top of what their existing plate.
Whatever. I ended up having to get replacement plates.
I did too. They stole my back plate. They tried to steal the front plate, which has no decal on it. And the plate only had a month left.
Oh, see,
So
that was
stole it. They stole it in May.
see,
I'm like, how stupid can you get?
at that point, here in Ohio, you can renew your plates for multiple years if you do it online. And I
Yep.
think I had renewed, this was my van, and I think I had renewed the plates for like 3 years.
Yeah.
Oh, so you had a real good plate to steal.
Yeah, which is probably why they did it. I still think it was just a crazy thing to do, though.
Here in Iowa, they put the plate number on the decal. Matter of fact, I can show it to you.
Yeah, mine has the plate. Mine has the, and I think it has I think mine has the VIN number. Yeah, I think mine has the VIN number that's assigned to it along with the date and stuff. So if if an officer looked at it closely, they would know that it doesn't belong to the car. But if an officer isn't going to look at it unless they're pulling them over for something else.
Oh, trust me, as a retired cop, yeah, we look at that.
You're going to have to be right up on top of it, though. I mean, it's not large lettering.
Once we got the situation stabilized, make sure they didn't have any weapons or anything like that, we'd go back and really check out the plates.
Well, most times if they run the plate number, it'll come back if it's valid or not. If it says invalid and it has a current sticker, then that would be a red flag right there.
Yeah, and the plate belongs to a Blazer, and you put it on a Yugo. That doesn't work.
That's close enough. That's close.
I wish I had a Yugo.
No, you don't.
Yeah,
You go
I
screw yourself.
I need to have a new planter for the front yard.
Okay, you're going to use it for what's intended for.
Yeah.
Well, the idea behind the Yugo was that it was a new car for not too much money.
Yeah, they were trying to copy the Volkswagen Beetle.
0 to 60 eventually.
Yep.
Hey, I found my van pictures. Hang on. Actually, maybe I shouldn't, since that's, well, it doesn't really matter. It's a plate number. Let's see if I got a close-up of that. Yeah, there we go.
Wait till we're not live anymore.
Yeah. Yeah, crazy stuff.
Thieves are just ridiculous anymore.
Well, on the issue of theft, do any of you guys use trackers or anything on your bikes?
No.
Have
If
any?
they want it that bad, they need it worse than I do.
Yeah, there's something to be said for the value of your vehicle versus the cost of the tracker and any services.
Well,
Can
if they
somebody
take,
please come steal my BMW?
if they take mine, as soon as they get it above 35 mile an hour, they'll pull over and stop.
You saying they'll bring it back, huh?
Why, does it start shaking or something?
Oh yeah.
I mean, there's cheap ways to load jack it. I mean, you can buy an inexpensive cell phone, enable Google Maps on it, as long as it actually has a standalone GPS antenna in it. Then you can log into your account and you can track it.
I've thought about that. There's also a pet tracking device called Tag.
Yep.
And anytime your dog goes away from the base station, if the dog like gets out of the yard and gets out of the range of the base station, it starts transmitting anytime the dog moves.
Yeah, they have them for kids too, where you sew it into your kid's clothes, and it runs by an app on your cell phone.
Yeah.
I mean, that'd be something literally you could put underneath the
Well, yeah,
your seat.
Yeah, you put it in, you tuck it away in a hidden spot on the bike and wire it into the bike's power supply, so it always, anytime the bike runs, it charges up the battery.
Yeah.
Well, the last time they stole my bike, they pushed it 3 blocks and decided, well, we tried the screwdriver in the ignition. That didn't work.
Ouch.
And this is a heavy son of a bitch. So they threw it down on the side of the road.
3 blocks and they gave up.
Yeah. So now
Well,
I
you know
put
what
a
that
disc lock on it, and nobody's ever tried it again.
You know what that is? They didn't plan well for that for that heist.
The funny thing is if you can get to the, I don't know if it's true on all the bikes, but if you can get to the back of the where you put the key in your ignition.
Yeah.
If you get to the back of that, you can pull the wires off and basically hotwire the bike without using the lock. It
Well,
doesn't
I tell
take
you what, you're not getting to the wires on that BMW.
You'd have to take the whole bike apart.
Yeah. Trust me, I had to replace that entire ignition.
I bet that's a joy.
What a freaking nightmare. Because I fixed it myself. You want us to haul it to the dealer? I said, no, drop it back off at my house. I'll fix it. I think it was $300 later. But I did put a kill switch in it.
Give me a second. I'm gonna get
What? So you can shut down the bike from remotely?
No, it's like a hidden ignition switch.
Oh,
It's
okay.
like a master kill, right?
If you don't turn it on, even
Yeah,
if you have
there's
the
no
key,
power.
you can't start it.
Yeah, there's no power.
Right.
Like a cutout on the main line off the battery.
That's a good way to put it.
Yeah, we used to use fuel lockouts where you, unless you knew what to turn on, the fuel pumps or fuel wouldn't flow through a block because it was shut off.
Or you turn off the petcock.
Well, yeah, but it was electronic. It had to be charged to be able to allow it to flow. As soon as the battery jolt, as soon as you turned it off and flipped the switch, there was no juice going to the block, so there's no fluid at all going through it.
Can you hear me okay?
Yeah.
Okay, good deal.
Yeah.
If it's that
Oh, we're
dark,
good.
turn the camera off, man.
Yeah, I'm going to. Come on.
He's
But the way
sitting in
these
a
new
dark
bikes
room
are,
by himself.
the way these new bikes are, you can trust everything that they've installed, but it doesn't really work. Other than the old screwdriver in the ignition trick, that doesn't work anymore.
Does your key have a sensor in it?
No,
Hmm.
but you have to be able to get down all the way into the,
Get down past the tumblers.
yeah. You can drive the screwdriver in and turn the tumblers, and that'll unlock the steering column. But you're not getting to the actual ignition unless you've got a perfect screwdriver. Because it has to, I think it has to depress the ignition interlock with the key. So then you can turn it. But these thieves these days don't understand that shit. Just like on my Monte Carlo, it had the chip. And they've tried to steal that before. Little screwdriver in there, but if you don't have the microchip, it ain't gonna start.
Had one of those in the key.
Yeah, exactly. If you don't have that chip, that car's not gonna start.
Yeah. So far,
Yeah,
I've
my
never.
mom.
Sorry. So far, I've never owned a car with a chipped key.
You don't want one.
You may end up having to get them eventually. You may not have a choice.
No, you
My
can still get one without a ignition. I mean, I've seen. I mean, it's pretty basic, but yeah.
My mom's van doesn't even have a key. You just plug the key fob for the remotes and just plug it in and turn it. Doesn't even have a key.
There's a key inside that key fob.
Yeah, I was going to
Yeah,
say that the key
even
fob is the key.
I thought you were gonna say you just twist the two wires together and there you go.
No, the Chrysler, they got an emergency key that's in the key fob you can take out, and there's still an ignition switch there that can use it.
I took it out and put it in there. It says wrong key on
Wrong
the computer.
Wrong hole.
It's really weird.
Well, no. For that key, I'm trying to remember where it is. I think that there's another key switch somewhere. I can't remember where it is, but there's another one for that.
Yeah, I stuck it in there. It says wrong key. The computer, right where the odometer is, it lights up and says wrong key. It's a 2008.
Surprised it doesn't say stop thief.
Well, does that little key actually unlock the doors? Because if it doesn't, then that means that really is the wrong key.
I think it unlocks the doors so that somebody can get in there.
Well, no, there's got to be a key turn for the inside too, in case the battery dies in that transmitter.
Yeah, it's weird. It's weird. So, a matter of fact, I'll tell you what's funny. Arizona, the 1st of January, will no longer issue titles.
What?
Oh, that's just opening up for a fucking nightmare.
Oh yeah, the dealers were fighting it, and they're still doing it.
So,
who the hell comes up with that kind of an idea?
So what you're saying is, if I'm going to steal a bike, I need to go to Arizona.
Yeah, because they're going to have it on file instead. They're not going to issue titles. It's going to be on a computer system.
Oh, that's secure.
Well, what's really bad is, what are you going to do?
Just ask Vladimir Putin.
You betcha.
Now, you think of it this way. I buy a car in Arizona, bring it to Kansas. They're going to say, where's the title?
Well, I wonder if you go to the DMV, and I wonder if they'll print you one.
Nah, they can go DMV to DMV and get you a title.
You know, but that's going to still be a pain. The dealers don't want to do it.
Twisty said you have to request one. Same in Florida.
Florida went to that same rule?
He said, yep.
Wow.
That's going to save them a lot of paper, I guess, and ink.
Probably makes it easier to repo vehicles, too.
Yeah. I got jury duty tomorrow. I get back home and they call me for jury duty.
Oh, you're the man.
Oh, geez, yeah. What a pain.
Does it have anything to do with Paul Manafort?
No. Unfortunately not. I hope they'll probably ask me if I'm a Trump supporter and dismiss me.
Use all your advantages, bro. Use them all.
Well, I'm psychic. I know he's guilty. He did it. They send me home in a heartbeat.
So basically, if you take out a loan on a car when it's paid for, I guess you still got to go request the title if you want it.
No, the car dealer, once you, well, not the dealer, the
bank,
the company that owns your loan.
Yeah, they normally they'll get the original and you'll get a copy for registration purposes. At least that's how it works here.
No, they don't force you to tax and tag your vehicle originally before you can pick it up?
Not here. They give you a 90-day permit.
That's only if you're taking the temporary tag they offer, and if it's a new dealer. If basically if I walk into a dealer and tell them, look, I want to pay this price, I don't care about. I don't want to pay their fee for tags, tax, and title. They'll give me a 60-day temporary, and then at that point, I take it and I can go straight to the DMV and do it myself.
But you don't have a title, you have a bill of sale with a lien on it.
Well, no, see, if you do it through the bank, you won't even get that. What happens? You'll get a copy of it, and on the back it'll say who owes the lien on it.
Right.
Buyer's order.
And pretty much you get that copy for the following year. When you go to insurance companies, you take that with you.
I don't know. The only thing I enjoyed was getting the title with the lien removed. But that came from the financial department. And oh yeah, you paid for that too. Whoever the loan company was.
Added fees.
Well, yeah, because, they have to send it to the state to say, okay, you can take the lien off this and send him the new title without the lien on it.
Mm-hmm.
And they charged them to change the paperwork just like they do you and I. Go buy a used car from Tom, Dick, or Harry, or Mary, and you take it down to DMV. Oh, okay, all your paperwork's in order. That'll be $35 just to change the title.
Mm-hmm.
And then, what did you pay for it? Oh, well, we have to charge you 5% for sales tax.
Yeah. Oh, dude, that went up to 7% here. But you forgot one step. You forgot the point when the DMV tells you that they give you about 5 more pieces of paper, said, fill this up.
No, we don't have. If we buy another vehicle from somebody else here, and it's out of state, all we have to do is give them the title, have the sheriff come down and inspect the VIN, and we pay him $25 to inspect the VIN, and then we can take that with the title up to the state. Then they charge us sales tax, and then we purchase our plates. Plus, we have to have proof of insurance.
Oh my God, the story I can tell you about Jeeps.
I pretty much got these assholes here figured out. A car out of state, I can take in a handwritten receipt saying I paid like $500 for this car, and they won't question it. Out of state, they want it notarized. For whatever reason, as long as I already had a West Virginia title, I can take in a handwritten note. I could have paid X, and I could have a note saying I paid $500, and they'll take what the handwritten note says because it's already from within the state.
So that's what you're going to do with your new Lamborghini Countach?
Sure, when I can afford one. Yep. And they're going to look at me like, what? I need a lot of work.
My dad had a 75 Jeep pickup truck. It was a J10.
I remember those.
I had a buddy that ran a junkyard that had a J20 Jeep, which was a 3/4 ton. and I bought it from him for $25. And it had the 360 motor in it with an Offenhauser intake on it. He said, yeah, just get it out of here. I don't care. And I was working at a mom and pop gas station, you know, which back in those days, they had 2 service bays and we worked on vehicles. Plus they had a table, and the sheriff came in one day and he was sitting down drinking coffee with the old dudes. And I walked in and I walked straight up to the sheriff and I said, here's the deal. I said, I got this J10, that's my dad's, and I got this J20, which I bought for $25 with no title. I said, how do I go about getting this thing plated? Because I got it running, it's drivable, and I want to be able to go on the road with it. He says, it's simple. He said, drill out the rivets on the VIN number, which was under the hood, not behind the windshield.
Mhm.
He said, drill them out and just switch them. Paint them to match. He said, you won't have any problem. Nobody's going to look at it. It's an old truck. Nobody cares.
Yeah, unless you're trying to ship it overseas, they don't give a shit.
So I did that. It's the funniest goddamn story I ever heard of. The sheriff telling me, oh, just switch the VINs.
That's the guy you reelect.
Oh yeah, he retired from it. But he said, you know what they end up doing if you get stopped by DOT? He says they're not going to crawl underneath your goddamn truck to try and match the VIN number to the engine block.
No.
He says, I guarantee you that engine block, they wouldn't be able to even find the goddamn VIN number because Jeeps notoriously, the AMC versions, leak oil so bad that they'll never find the VIN number. And unless you committed a serious crime, they're not going to get under there with a wire brush and try and scrape it all off.
Yeah, because that would mean they had to get dirty.
I just thought that was the most funny thing I ever heard in my life.
Yeah, the only time that people really care is if you try to ship that thing overseas.
Which, bringing that up, when I shipped out of Panama, I had this 1987 Yamaha 175 TS, or I can't remember. It was a 175. I said, I want to ship this bike back when I was shipping out my household goods. And a lady looks at me and says, we can't ship it, but we can ship motorcycle parts. And she winked at me. I said, oh, okay, thank you. So I went back to my house and I disassembled the son of a bitch and shipped it back as motorcycle parts.
Hence the comment from earlier about shipping parts in.
That's how we used to get Fiats back in the 60s back into Ohio.
Yeah, but they was sold in the States till the 70s.
Yeah, but these were overseas models, wrong hand drive, all that crap and everything. The military guys wanted to ship back, and the only way they could get them back was to disassemble them and get a reassembled title once they got here.
And they don't have U.S., they're not U.S. spec vehicles.
No safety, nothing.
Right. So I get to Memphis, Tennessee. I reassembled the bike in the kitchen. I drive it out through the sliding glass door. I take this Panamanian title down to the state DMV, and they title it, and I'm just like, I can't believe this just happened. Hence that little black girl winking at me going, but we can ship motorcycle parts. Oh, my days in the military were just grand, let me tell you.
I know my brother, before he shipped off back to Germany, when he was in Texas, he bought a new car and had it shipped over there with him. And the army shipped it, but it takes a month to go by boat. And when it got there, it had to sit in customs for, I forget how long he said.
30 days.
Yeah. And it was just a regular Honda Civic. It was like a 95 Honda Civic. And I'm like, and about, what was it, like 2 months after he's over there, it was in the winter, so some lady in a Volvo came and just plowed through that car. One of those old Volvo wagons.
Oh, geez.
Oh, it just plowed through that car like it was nothing. He only had the car for 5 months. He only made 5 payments on that car. The bank lost their ass on that deal.
No, I wanted to take my Mustang down to Panama, and they said, it's brand new Mustang. Well, in order for us to ship this, you're going to have to cut the catalytic converter out because they don't sell unleaded gasoline down there. And I'm like, no, I'm a big emissions guy. I don't play with emissions. So I left that stored at my mom and dad's for 3 years while I was down in Panama. Oh man. So I guess that ties into my opinion of TPP, climate control, NAFTA, and all that shit.
Twisty says leaded gas smells good.
Yeah, but you can't burn leaded gas in an unleaded car. The pistons, the seats for the valves and all that stuff, they're not ready to deal with leaded gas.
Mm-hmm.
No,
So
actually,
just
it's
cut the
unleaded.
catalytic converter out.
No, it's the unleaded.
And your ass, I'm not doing that.
The unleaded gas runs at a higher temperature. So you have to have hardened seats because the lead helps lubricate the valves. That's what it was. On top of helping the octane burn better because it slowed the burn down, if I remember correctly. But with unleaded, you had to have the hardened seats to handle the higher temperatures of unleaded gasoline.
Right. So you take an unleaded car down, you run nothing but leaded gas for 3 years, and then you bring it back to the States. You have the catalytic converter put back on, and now you're going to run unleaded gas No, bad plan.
Yeah, you still have the hardened seats and everything, so you're okay there. But you will have the lead buildup.
Then, of course, they have to stick the dick probe up your exhaust pipe for emissions.
Do they have emissions out in Iowa?
No. But remember, I was coming out of California.
Oh yeah. You gotta watch California. Yeah, they're just like Colorado. They're terrible.
I got a good story about California. A buddy of mine bought a brand new Subaru in 2011. He was living in Phoenix when he bought it. He moved from Phoenix to where is it the Mormons are out of?
Utah.
Yeah, Salt Lake City. He moved to he lived in Salt Lake City for a short time, and then ended up moving back to California. He moved to California and went to do inspection and emissions. Now this time the car was only 6 months old. The dude at the garage that was doing the inspections flat out told him, said, unless this car's a hybrid, it's going to bomb emissions test. He goes, what? The guy straight out told us that unless it's a hybrid, it's going to bomb emissions. He's like, well, what do I do? He goes, well, we have a different emission stickers for you just pay more.
Oh my God. Why does that not surprise me? You know, when I first got the goat, the KLR, I'm trolling through the websites on KLRs. And oh my God, if you live in California, don't you dare change that exhaust. Because it affects the emissions, not only with the catalytic converter, but it affects the what do you call it? The back pressure.
Yeah, that can make the bike run differently.
Yeah, and it changes the emissions. So all these guys that bought KLRs with the California emissions, there was a separate thread on how to pull out the California emissions if you took the bike out of California.
Yeah, because it smogged it up, so it wouldn't want to run. Choked it down.
Raven might know what I'm talking about.
Well, are you talking? Well, I know on my bikes or my bike, changing the if you change your exhaust, again affecting your back pressure, you often have to rejet.
Right, on a carbureted bike, yeah.
Well, the emissions control on the bike that Tom's talking about, it was a whole separate.
Yeah, the California bikes have a there's an extra canister or something on them.
That goes. That.
It's like tucked up underneath the gas tank.
Yeah, and it refeeds some of the emissions back into the carburetor. And no other state had those in 2009. So I was reading that and I was like, yeah, I'm not playing with mine.
Well, there was two. There's two models. There's the one that was California compliant, and then there are the ones that wasn't.
Well, I get that, but it scared me so much that I was like, you know what? I'm not playing with the emissions on any of this. I want to go to fuel injected, and that's why I bought this piece of shit BMW 650 because, you know, it's all computer controlled. So when I took my trip out to the east and did the Tail of the Dragon, and then Tony and I went up on the Blue Ridge Parkway, I got up to like 5,000 feet, 6,000 feet. And I said, dude, we got to turn around. Why? I said, the bike is not handling this at all. Because the ECM with a carburetor just can't adjust enough. And then you talk about people like Dove Factor and Eve Ride.org. They went into the carburetors and adjusted all their stuff so they could ride high altitude. And it wouldn't change that much. But if they had to, they'd just pull the carburetor off the bike and rejet it right there on the spot. They had a package for high elevation, low elevation, and they just changed the jets out. And I'm like, I'm not dicking with this. And I think you'll run into that.
Mm.
I don't know. Just my thoughts on it.
The side chat's rolling pretty quick.
Are they?
Jesus. You and Twisty having a good time there, Gopher?
I'm just listening and typing as fast as I can.
I see that.
Oh, stuff on the live stream?
Yeah. Oh, fuck.
Well, I got to get up early and take the car in to have, well, 2 cars in to have the airbags replaced.
Oh,
my.
gosh, that's expensive.
Well, they're supposed to do it. It was a recall on the vehicles, so
Oh, it's under warranty. Good.
The Dakota recall.
yeah, we got those self-destructing mode airbags. If you think they're going to save your life, good luck.
Oh, okay. Well, that's costing this factory a ton of money. They total a car if the airbags go out because of how expensive they are.
Yeah, pretty much.
Well, Dakota is pretty much done, from what I understand.
Yeah, they're screwed for the next 30 years. They're not even going to be around. They're hunting for somebody to buy them just totally out so they can, beat feet and go.
Nobody's going to buy them out because they got such a liability.
Yeah, I think that's what they're trying to do is work the paperwork so they're not covered under it. They'll just reopen under another name or something like most companies do.
Did you see that piece of news where Honda was actually they hired like 10,000 people and they teamed them up with a driver and a mechanic, and they would actually go out and hunt these cars down and knock on the door and check the Honda to see if they had the old airbag. And if they did, they would change it right in the driveway.
Well, yeah, I mean, that would be better than having somebody die and then be liable, so I could see that. I didn't hear about it, but that kind of makes sense.
Well,
no, you usually find out about these things from people dying.
Well, yeah, I understand. That's what I mean. Honda's trying to stop it before it gets there because the lawsuit for them, they didn't want more people to add to the lawsuit where they've got to pay. So,
yeah, because when you file a lawsuit, you have to name Ducati, Honda, whoever put the shit in. You have to name all these people. Otherwise, if you don't, they can just point the finger at, oh, it was their airbag.
Well,
Honda installed it.
You want to know what the main reason why they probably did that was because Takata was one of their big sponsors, and they're like Group A racing for their LMA cars and stuff like that. Takata was a big sponsor of Honda vehicles. Not too much anymore.
Yeah, we got one Pontiac and one Kia that we have to take in.
Yeah, Takata as a company, I mean, they're actually known for their roll cages and their seat belts, or their race harness.
Yeah, those didn't explode.
Yeah. Well, because Takata as a company was, they brand themselves as a safety company. They made airbags, and yeah, Christ, they made pretty much the airbags for all the manufacturers. But yeah, Honda's being as proactive because Takata was their big sponsor for their LMA cars and stuff like that.
Yeah, there's a huge percentage of all the auto manufacturers that bought stuff off of them. So I mean, they're in everything.
I think it's all pure bullshit. You bought what you bought. There has to be a time limit on this shit.
Well,
just like all this Harvey Weinstein and all this bullshit.
Yeah, I agree.
You go back 40 years and then all of a sudden say, "Oh, well, 40 years ago, somebody did this to me."
Yeah, I agree with a lot of that, but if you murder somebody, which basically the airbags are doing, because they knew they were defective when they continued to make them and put them in, I think that's a little different.
But they didn't know it back then, dude.
If they knew it, they've known it for a while.
Well, as far as the whole recall thing goes, remember, GM? Christ, they're going clear back to like 95 for like the key switches and cars
ignition
on fire.
Yep.
I mean, they're like, bring them all back. Bring them all back.
Yeah, but the only ones that don't do this stuff pretty much are the motorcycle companies. There are some stuff that they've had failures that they did not recall.
Oh, they're not immune.
You mean You mean like my BMW piece of shit that's in my driveway?
I think.
Well,
the
the
main-
Venture,
Oh no.
the Venture motorcycle, the Venture and the VMAX has a motor defect that if you don't warm it up, and you have to get it completely warm before you go with it, you'll blow the O-ring out of the main oil junction
Really?
inside the motor. Yeah,
Really?
it's a weakness, yes. And they never
then
did
tell
anything
me
about it.
my BMW G650 GS that blows the valve cover and dumps oil all over my pants and my boots and my rear tire. And I did 7 valve covers on it under warranty.
Oh, that's nice.
Well, it spent more time in the shop than it did you riding it.
Yeah, while it was under warranty.
Yeah.
I heard BMW stands for big money waste.
Yeah, that's pretty much my impression.
Yeah. Damn it.
Sadly, if you look at the statistics, it's the less, what is it? Has the highest people that are unsatisfied with it.
Yeah.
Well, now I can attribute that to the same thought impression I had when I said, yep, I'm going to buy a BMW. I'll never have a problem with this. Oh, was I sorely mistaken? The
Yeah, I knew one
KLR with masking tape and baling wire, I could fix anything.
Mm.
But I know one guy, he trades his off continually. He doesn't let it get so many miles on it, and then he just trades it off, gets another one. That's what he does. He just gets rid of them all the time.
That's the best thing to do. Ducatis are the same way. They're an electrical nightmare.
You lose your ass every time when you do that, though.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You've got to have disposable income. That's for sure.
Who bought Ducati before they bought themselves back?
Well,
Wasn't
Harley
that
just
BMW?
bought them.
I have no idea.
Well, Harley Davidson just bought them.
Oh, did they just buy them? They did.
Yeah.
I remember Buell, and they call that they call the Buells a come apart.
Well, Buell is no more.
No, Buell
I like
came
those
back
bikes,
into
too.
existence on their own.
Yeah, under the name EBR. Well, they're insolvent again.
Oh,
Yeah.
I know who I'm talking about. Husqvarna got bought out by BMW.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And then Husqvarna bought themselves back.
and then KTM came in and bought them.
Yeah. KTM's got them now.
And told BMW, you fucked our product up. Same thing that Buell tried.
Well, see what the companies that come out of there, they're in for wanting you to bring it into service. We had the Sprinter vans, the
Those
Mercedes
things are
Sprinter
horrible.
vans.
Yep.
Did you know I drove them to the airport when I was doing airport shuttle work? The harmonic balancer would get loose and fall off the engine. They had a little plastic gear in the turbo wastegate that the motors didn't go bad. That little plastic gear broke, but you couldn't buy that little plastic gear. You had to pay $700 for a new wastegate motor.
Well, those Sprinter bands, they were 100,000 mile throwaways anyway.
Yeah, they are. The drive shafts are non-serviceable. If you have to do U-joints, you have to buy a whole new drive shaft.
The rear end's non-serviceable and the motor's not serviceable.
Yeah. They're just a nightmare.
Well, no, Mercedes made it as a fleet vehicle is to be a lease fleet vehicle. Keep it out, put 100K on it, and then send it back. And then Mercedes just crushes it and sells them another one.
Yeah. Well, that's about what it is.
Well, that's all it was meant to be. It was meant to be a fleet vehicle.
It rusts terribly bad. Oh my gosh, the body rusts out on them. It's just,
That's why every time when I see one of those Sprinters, one of those RVs that are based off the Sprinter platform, I just laugh.
Oh yeah, I wouldn't touch it.
You bought a piece of shit, guy. And they're thinking, oh, it's a Mercedes. No, it's a piece of shit.
Yeah. Yeah, the guy came out to sell us some more, and I says, well, these have this problem, and this problem. Can you tell me that the new ones aren't going to have the same problem? He says, we don't know. They're too new. We don't know what's wrong with them yet. And I says, well, why would we want to buy them?
No, they're the same. Like I said, they're designed to be a fleet vehicle. They're designed to put 100K on them, crush them, and buy new.
You know what the difference is between a used car salesman and a computer salesman?
This ought to be good.
Yeah.
The used car salesman is actually going to sell the car.
The used car salesman knows that he's lying.
There you go.
Yeah, but the car, for the most part, sells itself.
Mm.
Well, the point is salesmen only know what they've been told. So if you don't tell the salesman that the product's a piece of junk, the salesman will say that it's a fantastic piece of, a fantastic thing.
Fantastic art of engineering.
Mm.
Oh, Gopher peeled out. Didn't get a chance to tell him goodbye, but thanks for coming, Gopher.
Yeah.
Matt had a question for everyone. What ADV bike would you buy now if you won the lottery?
KLR.
Ooh. Yeah, KLR.
KLR.
I don't know
Two
that.
rolls of masking tape and some baling wire.
That Honda African V twin seems intriguing, though.
Oh, that thing's expensive. I've been looking at that.
It is.
Those,
Yeah, but if you win the lottery,
expensive.
if you win the lottery, who cares?
The resale is so high on that thing. Even if somebody's selling it used, it's high.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Twisty Grip, he has a Africa twin.
Mm.
He
I just
loves
want
it.
to ride one. Yeah, I'd like to just.
If you
try
want to
one
buy
out.
a bike and never have to worry about having to sell it off and buy something else, get a KLR.
Yeah. And the beauty of those bikes is there's so many of them out there. Yeah, and you cannot kill them things. I mean, they are designed the old Japanese way of thinking of they're over-engineered, I think,
Oh no,
and they just last forever.
There's another one that's considered very high too, and that is a Pacific Coast, but they don't make it anymore.
Mm.
Oh no, you can kill anything. It's just how hard you try.
Yeah.
Let's put the same question to a pickup truck. What would you buy?
An older truck.
1987 Toyota pickup, 2-wheel drive.
Daily
The
driver?
body
Or
will rust out.
Yeah.
would this be a daily driver or just for when I need it?
Just for something you would expect to last you a lifetime.
Okay. This choice ain't going to make sense, and I'll explain why. But it makes sense when you think about it. My dad bought it secondhand. He had it for a long time. And most little trucks, or most trucks, period, they'll rot out. This one didn't. It was a Mazda B 400 extended cab. It was 4-wheel drive. It had the 4-cylinder that had the dual spark plugs.
Yeah, the old Ford engine.
And it was pretty much a Ford body of a Mazda interior.
Yep, it was Ford.
Yeah,
great truck, man.
It said Mazda, but that thing ran literally forever. When he literally resold it for what he paid for it, and he had it for like 5 years.
Base model of the Ford Ranger.
Another good truck. I'm not a Chevy guy, but my father-in-law bought brand new when he retired from the Navy, 94 Silverado. It's extended cab, long bed. He's got 430,000 freaking miles on that truck. Original engine, original transmission. Still runs to this day.
How many timing chains has he gone through?
A good question. I only know of one, to be honest with you, because I helped him do it.
And that's a timing chain is not a bad thing. Then
No.
my next question is, has he ever had to have the transmission redone?
No, I was just going to say, no, original transmission. And what's crazy is that he's so reluctant to change the fluid in the damn thing. It's crazy. 420. So I drove it last week to haul some topsoil in for my garden.
420,000 miles. I wouldn't touch it.
420,000 miles, and still going.
I wouldn't touch it.
Of course, everything's worn out. I'm surprised that it's got that dual port fuel injection. None of that's even gone bad in it yet. I mean, I can't tell you how many alternators he's put in it, and the AC doesn't work anymore.
Well, the alternator that's considered wear and tear anyway.
Yeah, exactly. I mean,
all
other than that,
the stuff you've named.
Radiator. I helped him put a radiator. I helped him put the first radiator in it last summer. Yeah.
All the stuff
truck.
you're naming off is just normal wear and tear.
Oh yeah. Yep.
But I always, when it comes to, I've got this goddamn 95 Blazer out there, and it still has the original transmission.
So you got a good one. I think that's
3 Vortec. It's got 140,000 miles on it. And I can't tell you how many transmissions I've changed out on S10s.
Well, most of the S10s, I don't think they ran the same transmission.
But then if you want to go to Dodges, it's like 100,000 miles. Yep. I'm at 90,000. Better save up for a tranny. Whether it's a van, a pickup truck, or whatever.
Oh, yeah. Chrysler, it wasn't a question of if, it was when.
Yeah,
100,000
especially in
miles.
the caravans. Yeah, the caravans really had some crazy transmission issues.
It was like they installed a key because that's all computerized. They put a key in there. As soon as this ticks off at 100,000 miles, transmission
self-destruction.
Electronics, self-destruct.
Yeah.
Time for a new tranny.
Talking about the old caravans, my dad bought one. He bought one of the first gen caravans for dirt cheap. And when we wanted to go pick it up, I said, "Why did you throw your money away?" I said, "The miles are low." And he should have had like 110,000. I said, "That transmission is going to shit itself. Leave it where it sits." Well, on the way home, it lost, I think, second gear.
Oh boy.
And he's like,
Well,
well,
110 on a Jeep, if they've been driving it like a Jeep and not on the roads.
No.
well, that's a different transmission. But no, back to the Caravan. And he towed it down to, or no, we drove it down to this guy. That's all he worked on was Caravans. And the guy changed the fluid and put another radiator cooler in it. And second gear came back and it worked fine. So I don't know what changing the fluid and putting another cooler on has to do with anything, but it must be an overheat issue.
Yeah. Got lucky.
Yeah, I told him, I said, dude, you just threw your money away. Leave it.
Yeah.
Come on.
Well, I was down in Phoenix a week and a half ago looking at caravans in Town and Countries. And I can't tell you how many had radiator problems down there. It's plastic radiator with the rubber seals on each side. The first one I went and looked at, it was leaking transmission fluid out of the radiator. It wasn't going into the antifreeze, it's just leaking it out of the frame. And I told the guy, I says, well, you're going to have to put a new radiator in it because you're leaking trans fluid. It's down a pint. And I walked away from that one. And then the other one, it was it started leaking down the gaskets on the side. I went through a whole ton of them until I could find one that I thought was worth buying for my mother to buy. And we went down there because there's no rust. There's just no rust.
Should have bought an Odyssey.
Well,
sorry.
I know my dad bought what year was it? 98 Grand Cherokee Laredo. Had the 4-liter, the motor that you can't kill.
That's a Dodge.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jeep Grand Cherokee, but yeah. Had the 4-liter that you can't kill.
258 motor. But you
And
can't stop the leaks out of the valve cover.
No, this thing looked like a skip, but it wouldn't stop running. But
damn leaky valve covers.
No, he's right. He's right. You could put a new one on, it'd still leak. It would leak just to leak. But anyway, he bought it with, or no, maybe it was I can't remember what year it was. But it wasn't that old, but I think it had like 150,000 miles on when he bought it. And sometimes, and like when you go down the road, sometimes it would just hang first gear, and then when it would finally shift, it would shift so hard.
Boom!
That, I mean, it would shift so hard. I mean, it's just like someone took a hammer and switched gears. But after it ran to warm up, it was fine. It was only if you tried to drive it when it was cold. Yeah. After you let it run long enough and warm up, it ran fine. But you couldn't just start up, pop in, and go down the road because it would just hold first gear.
Here, help me out, guys. That 4.0 liter was the 258 motor that came from AMC, which was originally bought by AMC from, I don't know, Ford, Dodge, Chevy. Who originally came up with that 258 motor?
The 258, I believe, was proprietary to AMC, American Motor Corporation. I think it was their own design. It was all their stuff.
Yeah, that
and they were bought out.
That and the 318 were AMC motors.
Yeah, because AMC had some weird displacements, but it was all, it was proprietary to them. It wasn't nobody else making their stuff.
Well, Dodge was the 318 also.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Dodge came up with the 318.
Oh, yeah, a long, long time ago. They had the Y block and the what was the other block? They had a Y and a W or
Slant
something.
six.
Slant. They had the slant 6. Yeah.
Slant 6 you couldn't kill. It was hard to kill a slant 6. They didn't pick up enough RPM
Yeah.
to kill themselves. So slant 6s last forever.
Yep. Just like the old Ford 300 inline 6s, man. Them things lasted forever too because they were so well balanced.
Best engine I have ever seen in my life was the old Ford 300.
Yep, 300 inline 6. You know, and they still make those in Australia. They turbocharge them for the for their Utes that they have over there. They have a Falcon Ute, which is what we used to have as the the old pickup truck car. What the fuck? Not the Falcon.
Super.
No,
The Ford one. Yeah, they still sell them in Australia and still use the old Rancheros. So they still sell those in Australia, and they're using the old design. I mean, of course, now they've got dual overhead cam and stuff, but it's still a 300 3.0 liter inline 6 turbocharged.
They was called 3.9.
Hey man, you're being attacked by a cat. Watch out.
That Ford 300 was the best engine I have ever seen go for miles and miles and miles. And they put them in the fleet trucks.
Love them things. They were easy to work on too.
Even in a van.
You know, if you had to. Yeah, if you had to. I mean, they were easy to work on. They had them weird side covers that would leak a little bit, but it was nothing to replace the gaskets on them. You know, they would leak down onto the exhaust manifold and start smoking and burning and stuff. But other than that, man, them things would run forever.
I wanted to go back to that 258 motor with the valve cover. You can't fix it. Dodge came out with the plastic valve cover. Oh, that didn't work. And they took that 4.0 design from the 258. I replaced that 258 valve cover 4 times with brand new valve covers. Brand new. Oh, well, you know, you need to use a cork gasket instead of a silicone one. Oh, really? That'll fix it? Yep, that'll fix it. And then put these spreaders on there so it spreads the compression down when you tighten them. Yeah, all right, I'll try that. I could never get that engine to not leak from the valve cover. Even had it planed.
If you do all that and put a shit ton of RTV, it still doesn't fix it.
I was going to say, my grandfather's joke was always that Permatex doesn't manufacture enough RTV to keep this damn thing from leaking. The hell with it.
No, seriously, the 4-liter in the Jeeps, the Dodge 4-liter, no, it just leaked.
Yep.
It was like the 2.4-liter 4-cylinder Dodge made that the wrist pin would always knock. That was just how it was.
Yeah.
But I tell you what, I've been seeing some Dodge 4.0s, early 2000s. I haven't seen a single one of them leak. So I don't know what Dodge did, or maybe Fiat did it, or whoever bought. Oh, Daimler Chrysler.
Well,
Daimler Chrysler, yeah.
Well, since Fiat took them over, they don't make the 4-liter anymore. They dropped that motor.
And I wouldn't trust Fiat to come up with any kind of sound engineering, but that's just me.
like the new Jeep Cherokee, the engine choices is the 2.4-liter from the Fiat or the 3.5 from the V6.
I just enjoy looking back on engines.
Mm-hmm.
Fiat stands for Fix It Again, Tony.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, guys, I'm out of here again. I swear I won't bug you all no more tonight.
Oh,
And,
you're good, man.
thanks for allowing me to hang out with you guys, man. Appreciate it. And
You're fine, man. You're more
we'll
than
talk
welcome.
to you guys. Hey, man, thanks, and talk to you guys again. Y'all have a good evening.
You have
All
a
right,
great
man.
one.
Talk to you later.
Hey, man, thanks, guys.
Yep. The real fun thing is at work. We have a new service van, which is one of those Dodge ProMaster vans.
I don't know what that is.
Oh, is that slant nose thing?
No. That's the half tons. No, this is the smaller one, the City
Mm-hmm.
ProMaster City.
Kind of like the little Ford service vans that they got now.
Transit, yeah, it's like
Yeah.
the Transit.
Okay.
But anyway, that thing is basically a Fiat.
Oh, geez.
It's got the 2.4 liter from the Fiat, from the Fiat 500. It's got it's pretty much like take a Dodge, like the new Dodge Dart, turn it into a cargo van, and the thing is stupid. It's a 7-speed transmission in this van.
Oh, I've heard they've done that. I've heard they've gone to those.
This thing,
vehicles.
like even in top gear on the highway, it's running like 3,000 RPM on the highway. I'm like, why is there a 7-speed if it still runs this high of RPM?
And this is an automatic?
Yes. Well, it's a dual clutch. You can drive it as an automatic, or you can shift it like it's a manual.
Oh,
That's
my
why
God.
it's got extra gears, because of the clutch. What's it got in it? It's got an auto clutch.
Yeah, they call it a dual clutch, but yeah.
Yeah, it's got one of those auto clutches, so it's got to be tighter geared, spaced further together for it to overcome that.
And this thing, I mean, if you put it to the floor, this thing is not afraid to just peg the tack.
I'll be darned.
Oh yeah, it'll just peg it and then shift.
Oh, jeez. Well, that's to give you the race car feel.
Yeah, in a fucking van.
Are you sure they're not like a motorcycle?
I got a couple in vehicle videos of it. I just haven't edited them or put them out yet. But
Oh, wow. Is it good on gas?
I don't know. I've not got to drive it really long enough to know.
Okay.
But it can't. I don't think it takes that much gas, because I took it to go up to a training thing, which is about an hour away from here. It was about 50 minutes back to the store. So we'll just say a 2-hour round trip, which I think is like maybe 80, 90 miles round trip. And it had a full tank when I left. And by the time I got back to where I was going, it was at like 3/4 of a tank. So it's not that much. It's not much better.
Yeah. How much weight is it pushing? How much weight's in it with your stuff?
Oh, there's nothing in it right now. It's just
okay.
it's literally like you go from the front seats back. It's just there's not even insulation back there.
Oh my gosh. Is it going to be a service with all your tools and everything?
It's meant to be a service vehicle, yeah.
Oh my gosh.
There's not even any windows in the back of it.
Oh, but I'm saying, if you're getting no mileage with it empty, what are you going to do when it's loaded?
Well, that'll be the interesting part. The rear end.
Wow.
It's got heavy duty suspension in the rear end, and since there's nothing in it, like these off kilter turns, the fucking vehicle is seriously like tripod.
It's got a lot of roll to it, huh? Army matey, the seas are rough.
Well, we took it to go get a dent fixed in it because dent in it. They had the vehicle for a week and he put a dent in it. But I went to go pick it up and he goes here, you can have your India car back. I said, what? I said, what do you mean? He goes, that thing's made in India. I said, well, I don't have no say over what they bought. He's like, the damn thing's made in India. It's got a Fiat motor. Get that thing out of here.
Oh my gosh, it's like Motel 6 with the light on.
It's got a Dodge badge on it. It's not even a freaking Dodge.
Oh jeez.
It's called globalization.
Yeah.
Actually, no, the van don't have a CVT.
Wow. That's something else. No, we were looking for my mom a car. We were staying at all the motels and we met a lot of people from India. At
No,
the motels.
really?
Oh, yes.
Yes,
Oh,
CVTs are weird, man. Basically hold to the floor and just let the CVD do what it's supposed to do.
Oh, geez. Oh, see how long it lasts. How many miles do you put on your service truck a year?
Like I said, right now it hasn't been used for service. It's got 11,000 miles on it because they've basically been toying around with it because it's new and it has satellite radio in it.
Oh,
Wonderful.
So
Main priority for a business is to have satellite radio in it.
well, like I said,
Only in a democratic stronghold, my friend.
like I said, I didn't buy it. I had no decision in the matter. All I know is one day, hey, we bought a new vehicle. Eventually, we'll get it lettered, and you'll be driving it. Let's see, we've had it for almost a year now. It's not lettered yet.
it's the stealth service vehicle.
It's been to North Carolina like 3 times now.
Oh wow!
It's been
A trade show vehicle.
yeah.
Yeah, they can sleep in the back since it's empty on the way down. Somebody can sleep in the back. Just throw a sleeping bag down.
Yeah. You can definitely throw an air mattress back there and sleep.
Yeah.
They keep saying they want to get the rubber floor mat for the back. I said, but they won't. They don't want to get it because it's like $2,000 for the factory floor mat. So what they did was we took some cardboard and cut it up and put it back.
All you gotta do is go get one of those big, giant, long bed pickup floor mats, cut it out to fit, lay it down. Right?
But that costs money.
And that one's not expensive. Made out of mud flat material almost. If you're big
Cardboard's
enough.
cheaper, goddammit.
Shoot, get back there with the Rhino liner that comes in a can and roll it out. You know, you can buy that at AutoZone. $50. Roll it on out in there.
I'm not giving them that idea because I'll be the one doing it.
Well, work from the front seats back and roll it out to where you come out the back.
Nah, just buy a couple gallons of paint, mix it with sand. cut the
Epoxy
nap
paint.
off the roller and roll it out.
It's good. It also has that stupid little folding key.
Oh yeah. Yeah, they did that on the Sprinters where you could flip the thing and the key would flip out.
Well, like
Like a switchblade.
well, those ProMaster vans, Dodge made those to get so they didn't have to so they didn't have the Sprinter vans anymore.
Yeah.
When Chrysler quit, or when Dodge decides, hey, Mercedes, we don't want our names on your vans anymore, that's pretty bad.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I can understand. Nobody's buying them. But the RV dealer people are buying them. Oh,
Like I said, I laugh every time I see one of those RV conversions. I'm like, you got took, dude.
Well, guys, I'm out.
I get 32 miles
All
a
right,
gallon.
Tom. Take it
All
easy.
right.
Night, Raven.
We're going to be ending the live here pretty soon anyway.
Yeah, I gotta go. I gotta do jury duty tomorrow, so I gotta go to bed too.
All right, Clinton.
Thanks for the link.
Yep.
You have a good night.
Yep, you do. Okay, everyone. Like always, we're going to end the live portion of this. Thanks for watching. I appreciate everyone who came, everyone who interacted. It's a great night. And we'll see you possibly next week. Take care.